Hello there, Michaelers, believers, and non-believers are welcome here. Also, because there is just so much you non-believers don't know. I mean, my goodness, it's like you guys know absolutely zero about what proves Michael Jackson faked his death. In my last video, I had to defend myself because Carl O'Reilly, who I like, who I don't have any problems with, was offended that somebody thought that it was Michael in disguise playing Jafar, right? And he did a post, and the post had last time I looked, 220 comments on it. And I read each and every one of them, and I tried to comment back when I could. And none of you non-believers know anything. And I guess I could call it the arrogance of ignorance, because you guys are so sure that Michael died that you don't even want to hear anything else. And I don't know why people wouldn't want to hear good news. Why? What about Michael being alive is upsetting? What is scary about that? That he escaped his haters. Remember the two posthumous albums? Well, I'm going to call it three. One's called Michael. The next one was called Escape, Michael Escape. Then A Rare Pearl, Come and Get It, A Rare Pearl. Those are three of the posthumous albums that came out, okay? That Michael was in charge of, because Michael owns also the Jackson 5 Masters as well. All right. So anyway, welcome non-believers. If you watch my Alive docu-series, I promise you will be a believer. You don't have to grieve and everybody could be happy. Yay! I got a lot to get to, and I got to get out of here because I got somewhere to go. Not a farmer's market today, but somewhere to go. So we're going to start off with BG's birthday. BG is already 22. At least that's what I read. 22 years old. My goodness. Time flies. I mean, my gosh, he was seven at the time of the death announcement, and it's been 14 years, and 7 and 14 is 21. So is he 21 or 22? I don't know. 21 or 22. All right. In honor of his birthday, I'm gonna just somebody's having a watch party. Here it is. It's a watch party to watch his movie Rochelle's, right? And I thought it was a great movie, especially for his debut as a short film. It's kind of long for a short film. It's like 40 minutes. And the guy that was in my short film, Andre Philip Otello, is in BG's short film. How crazy is that, right? My short film, A Prisoner of Fame, which is available on YouTube to watch for free. Okay. All right. I won't even go there. Okay. So happy birthday to BG. Also, Prince Jackson was supposed to be making an announcement today about the Michael biopic, but he has postponed it till Monday. Okay, they wanted to make sure something was something and better, and so they're doing it on Monday. So if you guys, in honor of BG's birthday, you should all go to Amazon Prime, I believe, and watch Rochelle's. I bought it for $4.99. I think you can watch it for $2.99. Okay, but I bought it. Okay, so please that's a nice birthday present that he gets a lot of those. Okay, now something has come up to where somebody had posted, remember Matt Fiddles, who said he was BG's father? He's not. And I was confused. Matt Fiddles is tall. BG grew up to be really tall. Okay. And it's some girlfriend. And I found Truth Prevails had posted a part of something that Matt Fiddles' girlfriend wrote. And it says, who claims her name is Gilliford. He won't go to LA. He has no intention. Fiddle's ex-girlfriend, Carly Gilliford, said via Twitter, quote, he loves the attention, not caring about the Jacksons, unquote. Gilliford, who claims she was with Fiddles when he came up with the baby daddy tale, said that Fiddles admitted to lying about being Blanket's father, his name was Blanket. Now he wanted to be grown up. He wanted to call Blanket. That's what Gregory Peck's dog's name was, Blanket, I believe. Okay, but it's a bigger name, BG. And his name is supposed to be Prince Michael Jackson II. Okay, that's the name. But we're going to talk about a couple things about that too. And he said, lying about being Blanket's father to her face. He has told me himself it is a moneymaker. He was not even ashamed, Guilford continued. He is not Blanket Jackson's dad. All lies. Okay, okay. So anyway, and I knew that. I knew it, but I was confused because you guys got to remember that I covered the Mark Schaffel versus Michael Jackson trial. And I think that was it was somewhere 2005. It was after the Michael's trial in 2005. It was after that, or 2006. And I went to the courtroom, and he talked about a baby. And it was at the time that BG was born. And he said he took some money in an RB bag and he went to Argentina and got a kid. Okay. So BG's Argentinian. Okay. He was supposedly born in La Mesa, California. La Mesa, California is about 20 to 25 miles from the Mexican border. So that makes more sense in San Diego County. So I don't think she even knows. I don't even think the mother knows, okay, that Michael Jackson has her child, BG. So I think it's better. Michael, you're alive. Just come clean with the kids and let's not make it a thing anymore. Let's not make it a thing anymore. Okay. If I don't agree with something, I don't hate people I disagree with. I just disagree with you. It's not that big of a deal. Okay. But anyway, I just wanted to let you guys know that. Let's see. Mark Schaffel is Debbie Rowe's friend, and they were engaged when Debbie Rowe was trying to adopt Prince in Paris, and but he's a gay porn producer that helped Michael with What More Can I Give? And when Michael found out he was a gay porn producer, and they showed Michael video of him grabbing guys and directing the gay porno, Michael said it didn't match, and it pretty much destroyed Michael's motivation for that song, which is supposed to be We Are the World 2, from, being a big, gigantic hit. And it was for the people, I believe, in Louisiana. Hurricane, it was at the tip, the big hurricane in 2000 or what, I don't know. But What More Can I Give was the song. And Katrina. I think I didn't look it up to double check, but sometimes there's so much information. I've been covering Michael at the end of this month, February 28th. It's a leap year, so it's the 29th. But I've been covering Michael as of February 28th, 19 years. 19 years, and you can call it full time. Okay. Even though I've had to go earn money and do other things, but it's a lot. Okay, so I can't remember everything, so you guys go ahead and just double check me. All right, so anyway, but Debbie squashed that because I guess a lawyer read her the will and the trust, and she said, never mind. Okay, and we all know Debbie says she's a horrible human being. Debbie Rowe addicted Michael Jackson to strong prescription drugs along with Dr. Hahn and Dr. Klein and Dr. Hoffman. Okay, Debbie admitted that in a TMZ documentary. Okay, and I had been saying it because I covered when she testified in 2005 and when she testified in the Catherine versus AEG live trial. And I heard that, and I had an argument with her that day after she got off the stand. And the argument lasted for 3 days on Twitter. It was ugly, ugly, ugly. And because when she said that, and she addicted Michael to drugs, but trying to act like she's the Florence Nightingale of the situation, I didn't even mean to talk about this. I didn't even talk, but I might as well just finish. And then after she admitted to doing it, I got mad and I went home and I confronted her. But meanwhile, after she said she did that, she gonna go hug Catherine and say, yeah, if Trent gives you any problem, you come call me. What the hell? Who are you? You only come when you... And I was disgusted because she didn't save Michael. She addicted Michael to prescription drugs with Klein and Hoffman. It's just horrible, 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 horrible. Michael never wanted to be a drug addict, and that's what bothered me so much, because he never wanted to be a drug addict. Michael wanted to be a good role model, somebody that inspired people, someone who wanted to heal the world. And by him being addicted to drugs, it really slowed him down, because you got these powerful urges because somebody else did that to control you. It's disgusting. Okay. And when Debbie said she sucks as a human being, she sucks as a human being. All right. So I'm going to move on. All right. So, anyway, I'm going to move on. There's new clues. Okay. I got so many notes here. Okay. There's new clues. Let me cross them out as I turn. BG birthday. I did. Rochelle's I did. Let's see. All right. So Prince is pretty much the head with John Muto of Heal LA Foundation, right? And I've been complaining that they don't go to black kids' schools to give them toys, right? And it bothers me. Because Michael's that little black kid too. And so are all the Jackson family, and they're the ones that have made all the money. Okay. And basically off of black people in the 1970s and the 1980s. And when I don't see any black children, it bothers me. It hurts me, So, there was a school, there's a school that, let's see, his name is DJ Artist. I wrote his name down. DJ Artistic. That's his name. Let me do. His name is DJ Artistic. Okay, there he is. And he goes to school. He's DJ Artist, and he's on Twitter. And he went to a certain school. And there's a lot of black kids in this school. So black kids exist. So please go to the black schools, okay? And give those kids, okay? So let me go to find it. And they all know the lyrics to Billie Jean. And these kids are, they're younger than 14 years old, because the death announcement of Michael came 14 years ago. And is this the one? Oh, no, that's No Scrubs. They know No Scrubs, TLC, too, because they parents be jamming. Okay, here it is. Okay, here it is, guys. Oh, sorry. Oh, shoot. Oh.
They was born way after Mike died.
See? All right. So it's an element. This guy, DJ Artist, he said that he went to 3 different schools in LA to teach about Black History Month, because it's Black History Month. And this one is Amestoy Elementary School. So Amestoy, toy. Isn't that funny? Toys in it. Elementary. So, Prince, please go down there and give these children some toys, please. Okay. All right. So, and you should pay extra attention to black people. You really should. Okay. Because Michael's that black kid that would have been ignored. Okay. I'm just saying, do what you want to do, but I'm allowed to say that. And if I think that we're being left behind and we're being ignored and we're being crossed out or whatever, I'm going to say something. I'm just going to say something. Okay. That doesn't mean I'm mad at Prince. Doesn't mean it needs to be a war. Doesn't mean that it needs to be just this big thing. It's just something. It's just something. Okay. So, we thank DJ Artist for that. Okay, and DJ artists to let you know, most of the world doesn't even know a Michael Jackson death hoax exists, but I'm about to change that because I'm getting tired of being called all kind of terrible names and accused of being all kind of insensitive and being disrespectful to the Jackson family when the Jackson family have been leaving a plethora of clues throughout the years. Okay, and I got proof of it in my Alive docuseries. Okay. So, I already got, had to sue somebody that just went crazy, and I sued at improper and I won $71,000. Okay. And I'm about to get back into that soon. Okay. Into that. I just been busy with other stuff. Okay. So anyway, let's try to be kind and nice. Okay. All right. So, let's see. There is a movie that this guy, oh my God, I don't even know his name, but this guy is working on a short film. It's about Michael and Prince meeting. It's about Michael and Prince Rogers Nelson, not Prince Jackson, Prince Rogers Nelson meeting. And he's going to do a short film and he thinks he's calling it Royalty at the Park. So that's interesting. He said he spent a lot of years researching and developing it. So be on the lookout for that. That should be interesting. All right. All right, I'm gonna get to some clues soon. I'm gonna get to some clues. Let's see. Okay. And in the comments, nobody ever addresses what I say is wrong. In, my facts, proof, evidence, and clues, just I'm crazy, delusional, I can't accept it, just those kind of things, which are just opinions. They really don't mean much. But it's good news, guys. It's good news. All right. I like to say rest in peace to Ederline DeBarge. The mama DeBarge, she was 88 years old. She passed away last week. And L just loved her. He called her the Queen Mother. And I like to thank her for just some talented children and for the music as well. Cause and it's Janet's, ex-husband, James DeBarge. Okay. He's in the family, of the DeBarges, and L DeBarge is my favorite in the group, and Bunny. Oh my God. I love that song that Tupac sampled. Oh, that she sung her butt off on that song. So I like that. Okay. Jaafar, there's been an update on the Jaafar mystery song, right? It was called Rebirth of Michael. But it's really called Universe of Love. And it is an authentic, Jaafar Jackson song. And what's he talking about? Escape to another world. See, I don't make this stuff happen. I'm a reporter. I'm an investigator. That's what I do, right? So, it's called Universe of Love, and he said he's going to escape to another world. That was in 2016. There's supposed to be some other song called Hurricane. But Jaafar, people like that song. I saw somebody dancing to it. Okay. People like that song. So what you gonna do? All right. So we got that. Let me see what else before I get into the big clues. Let's see. We got a new clue that I ain't even mentioned yet. So you guys stay tuned. I got a new clue that I haven't even mentioned yet. Okay. Let's see. Okay. All right. Now we get into the clues. Okay. So I asked you guys, okay. Sorry, guys. I asked you guys about the beginning of This Is It, right? I asked you guys, tell me what's missing here. And you guys were so smart. The first person who got it was Tori Akeley. I think that's his name, Tori Akeley. And thank you so much, Tori. And he got it for the first time. And here it is. I'm going to play it real quick. There it is. And it's Might Hourglass. Okay. All right. So it's the beginning of This Is It. So I'm just going to read it because, today is just really hourglass and crazy. Okay. It was the spring of 2009. At the age of 50, after a decade of absence from the stage, Michael Jackson was quietly performing and crafting an entire new concept experience. His only audience was a small group of technicians and dancers who watched Michael Jackson create a show that would have been his return to the stage. This film consists of footage captured during the rehearsal period from March through June. It was intended for Michael's personal library and as an original content for the show. Okay, it was meant as a movie, as a documentary all the time, because he had a clause in the This Is It contract where he gets Philip Anschutz, who owns AEG. He owned more movie theaters than anyone else in the entire world at that time. I don't know if he still does. And it said Michael gets over 90% of the revenues, and only because 90% is because the theater takes their percentage no matter what. Okay, so he gave them an extra percentage, an extra 10% or so, plus being the exhibitor of it. Okay, so it was always supposed to be a movie. Okay, it says this is the part, on June 25th. Michael and his team were 8 days away from traveling to London to begin their final dress rehearsal for an unprecedented 50 sold-out concerts. With the permission of the Michael Jackson estate and thanks to a few cameras that caught the magic, here is a glimpse of the passionate gift Michael was preparing for his fans and the audiences of the world. No mention of death. I bet it had it in it at first, and then before they printed it and they released it, okay, they made some changes to this, okay? No date of death, Michael died, none of that. That's for sure, okay? This was purposeful and intentional, okay? And it also says, for traveling with the permission of the estate, cameras caught the magic. There were 9 cameras. Oh, just rehearsal footage. And then Frank Delio said there was only 3 cameras because Michael couldn't afford more cameras. No, Frank Delio. There were 9 cameras used to film This Is It. Okay. And Michael was spending AEG's money because when he did the press announcement in London, in March of 2009, that's when we knew. He said, this is it. I mean it. I ain't playing. This is it. This is it. Okay. So there's so much. You need to watch the Alive docuseries. You need to know. But anyway, there was a lot of cameras there. Okay. And it says slow connection. I don't know what's going on today. It's been raining for a couple of days, guys. So please forgive whatever malfunctions that are happening right now. Okay. So it was always supposed to be a movie. Okay. Michael Jackson faked his death, period. The more you look, the more you find. Okay. The more clues you find. So, and then, okay, I'm coming up with a brand new clue. Then at the very end, right? People say, oh, it's in the end. I remember watching this in the theaters because I went to the premiere with the family. The family was there and everything. I went to the premiere. Okay, I didn't go with them, but the family was there. The Jackson family was there and I was there at the premiere. Okay. And AEG Live, that was their opening too. And then also there is the domain registered michaeljacksonlive.com. AEG Live. You guys just watch the Alive docuseries, okay? But anyway, so at the end of credits, it says executive producers. I want to pull up my camera, okay, and show you guys. Okay, here it is right here. Okay, here it is. Oh, please don't hourglass. Please, please, please. Here we go. All right. Okay, Michael Jackson, King of Pop. Love Lives Forever. That's where they were supposed to, I bet you, I can bet my bottom dollar it had 1958 to 2009 because those people didn't know Michael faked his death. But John Bronca knew, and probably John McClane knew, and they had them take that out. Now I'm going to explain why it's important, okay, that they took that out. Okay. There's no mention that Michael died in This Is It. None. And I remember being in the theater going, what is it? You know, I remember, right? And I also have it in my in my Alive docuseries. Okay, I have that there's no mention of 1958 to 2009. Right now, at the memorial, they have 1958 to 2009. Right, but Michael paid for every single solitary penny. No state, no county paid for police, paid for anything. AEG owned the Staples Center, so the city is not out one penny. Also, in the memorial, it says, "I'm alive and I'm here forever." Okay. Now, what Michael, the reason for that is Vera Sarajevo. She was a fan. She sued Sony Entertainment for the 3 fake songs, alleged fake songs, in Keep Your Head Up, Monster, and Breaking News that were on the Michael album. She said they were fake. I believe it was something that Michael did so that he people would go, "Oh, is it Michael? Isn't it Michael?" and make them buy the album so they could all do the "is Michael, not Michael" thing, right? But anyway, so she sued them in 2014. It was settled in 2022. They took her through 8 years of legal stuff, right? It was dismissed, and she wouldn't give up. She filed appeal. So the estate finally said, okay, because it was going to trial. The estate don't want nothing to go to trial because then you have discovery and they have to open up their books to you. So they don't want that, okay? And it has to be relevant, okay? So the reason why she was able to sue is because they sold the Michael album to her, and she sold for fraud and breach of contract. And it says Michael Jackson is the singer. So she sued saying, nope, he's not the singer. It's fraud. And I have a contract. When I bought this, it said that it was supposed to be all songs sung by Michael Jackson, right? So since she spent money and since it claimed a certain thing, she was able to sue. Now, with This Is It, since they didn't say he died, right? They didn't say he died. Not in This Is It. So nobody could sue saying breach of contract or fraud or anything like that if Michael faked his death. That's why it's not in there. That's why. Because it's a legal entanglement they would have got into if they would have if they would have put death date on there. Okay? They're not telling you in This Is It he died. Nope, they're not telling you that. Nope, they're not telling you that. Okay. All right. So anyway, so then I was going through them, and also in my live docu-series, I have Lou Ferrigno, you know, the original Hulk bodybuilder. Arnold Schwarzenegger and him had a little thing when they were real young because they were competing. And Arnold Schwarzenegger said that Michael would put mannequins in ambulances as a prank. Okay, wink, wink, nod, nod, that Michael wasn't dead, right? All right, that it wasn't Michael's body in that ambulance, right? Lou Ferrigno. So you wondering, when was Lou Ferrigno? How he know? How you know he said that? Wow, when did he say it? When did him and Michael work together? All that other stuff, right? I'm here to tell y'all, Lou Ferrigno worked with Michael in 2009. He's listed in the credits as Michael Jackson's conditioning coach. So Michael told that to Lou Ferrigno in 2009 because he was trying to tell Lou, don't believe everything you read in the media or you hear in the media, giving him a wink, wink, right? Right? Because when Lou Ferrigno talked about it, he wasn't sad that Michael was dead. He was giggling. It was funny. Right? Because he got it. All right, let me see if I can stop it right here where it says Michael Jackson's conditioning coach. Here it is, right here. Just the credits of This Is It. See it? Lou Ferrigno, Michael Jackson's conditioning coach. Okay? All right? So that's... I didn't notice his name in the credits before that, but yes. Okay. So now we're going to go to the end. Okay. Now in the will, right? In the Prez, Prince, and Blanca's names are not mentioned in the trust at all. And all 3 of them were. No. Oh man. Okay. So at the end of This Is It, and I have it on my, oh man, I'm going to post it later, okay? I have it where they have Prince Michael at the very Okay, at the very end, they put in the credits thanks to Michael's three children, right? Prince Michael II, just simple Paris, because is it Paris Michael Catherine or Paris Catherine Michael? I think it's Paris Catherine Michael, okay? Or is it Paris Michael Catherine? One of them, Jackson, but it just has Paris and then it has Prince Michael II, right? So, Big Prince, the oldest boy, his name is supposed to be Michael Joseph Jackson Jr., but Michael's name is Michael Joe Jackson. See, Michael playing the name game. Okay, he's playing the name game, right? And Prince's name is not even Prince, it's a nickname. But Catherine's father, I believe, was named Prince. Okay, and then they had somebody else by the name of King in their family, too. And they also had somebody in their family named Pearl Lee, Lee. I'm Pearl Lee. I'm Pearl, Pearlie, and another family member is Pearl Lee in their family. Isn't that weird? Because how often do you see the name Pearlie? Just never. Okay, so something happened and it cut off. It cut off, and I didn't get the very end where I could show you guys. So that matches with the wrong name on the will, right, of Prince, right? Because the two boys' names are wrong on the will. Their names are not even mentioned at all in the trust. But in the will, their names are wrong. Paris's name is correct, okay? But the two boys' names are wrong. So what's up? What's up with that? You know what I mean? Here, and this is it, and in the will. Okay, Michael ain't dead. Michael played a lot of games. Michael didn't want the Paris, Prince, and Blanket to think they're shoe-ins for the money so that he can keep them in control. Okay? And so Michael is the trustee and trustor of his money. Period. It says it right there in the trust. Okay, so we got that. Okay, the brand new clue. Okay, so let's see. Okay, somebody else mentioned with the lyrics to This Is It, and one of the lyrics say, "You don't want me to hang around." I'm just saying, thank you so much for that. Thank you so much for that. Okay, let's see. Let's see. All right, the brand new clue. I like to thank just another part of me on Instagram for sending this to me. Okay. Brand new clue has to do with Dave. Now, Dave is not a new clue. Okay. We believe, and I believe you watch my live docuseries, that on Larry King Live, the day of the burial, which was, it was the 3rd of September, the day I'll always remember. Yes, I will. That was the day that my daddy died. That's a Temptation song, okay? Motown Temptation song, okay? So Michael's burial was supposed to be on September 3rd, 2009. Now, before I get into Dave and Larry King Live, I want to tell you guys, Forest Lawn, there's problems with Forest Lawn in the accounting, okay? Forest Lawn was paid over $1 million for 2 ceremonies, a private one that was supposed to be at Hollywood Hills, okay? Hollywood Hills Forest Lawn. And then they had the burial ceremony at Glendale, and that is where Michael's crypt is, okay? But it's empty. They paid $590,000 for that crypt. And then another $410,000 for a couple of ceremonies. Seems a bit overpriced, okay? And all the accoutrements that surrounded that burial, the cars, they took limos, they did caravan limos and Range Rovers from Havenhurst to Forest Lawn, and that was $30,000. But there's some discrepancies in the accounting that I won't even bother you guys with right now. But on the 3rd of September, Forest Lawn, a Forest Lawn employee told me the Jacksons paid for every single employee to take that day off. You know why? So no employee saw if nobody was buried there, okay? Or what was buried there. They have no idea. because they rented the entire facility and paid everyone to take that day off. Okay. They brought in their own people to handle that. Right. All right. So let's go to Dave. Okay. Now, in my live docuseries, I point out that I believe that Dave has blue eyes. The Dave on Larry King Live has brown eyes. Okay. Dave has narrow shoulders. The Larry King Live Dave has very, very broad shoulders. Okay. And I believe Michael had a prosthetic arm, and that's why the shoulders were so broad. A lot of people believe that that was Michael Jackson as Dave on Larry King Live. Okay. And I would tend to agree to that. Dave is dead now. But now I really got more evidence that that was Dave. All right. So here we go. Here, somebody. Oh, thank you, Melissa. Here she is. Okay, we'll go back a little bit. Don't let me forget. Thank you. Okay, one of the fans posted it for me. Okay, this film is dedicated to Michael Jackson's children, Prince Michael the Second, Prince Michael the First, Paris, Prince Michael the Second, blanket. Okay, there's no Prince Michael the First. His name is supposed to be Michael Joseph Jackson Jr. That's what I'm saying. Okay. And then Paris, they didn't know if it was Paris Michael Catherine, Paris Catherine Michael, so they just put Paris. Okay. And then Prince Michael Jackson II. That's pretty much correct. Okay. That's pretty much correct. But who is Prince Michael Jackson I? All right. I'm just saying. So I thank you for sending it to me. Who sent it to me? Melissa. Thank you, Melissa. Thanks for sending that to me. All right. So let's get back to Dave at Larry King Live. Okay. So here, let me show you this first real quick. Okay. So that's Dave. Like I mentioned with Dave last week, if we want to hate on somebody's daddy for being a horrible father, it ain't Joe Jackson, who raised wonderful, successful, polite, mannerable children. It is Dave's father, Mr. Rosenstein or something was his name, because he was mad at the wife, so he sent the baby on fire to punish the wife. I mean, that's a sicko, right? And Dave had to live with burns and fingers burnt off, ears burnt off, and it's just awful. That's real serious child abuse. So save your anger towards this man, okay, that burned Dave. Okay, Rosenstein, I think was his name. All right. So anyway, so in the Bodyguards book, you know, the three bodyguards in search of Neverland, searching for Neverland. Okay, I think that's what's that book called? Let me see. Searching for Neverland. That was the name of the movie, and I got a clip of the movie where he's saying, yeah, Michael, you faked your death. There's reports you faked your death. You were dead. Wink, wink. Okay. Searching for Neverland, Three Bodyguards, Michael Jackson book. Okay. So in the book, Remember the Time, Protecting, it's called Remember the Time? No. Yeah, that's what it's called. Remember the Time, Protecting Michael Jackson in his final days. That's bullshit. Okay. Now I'm going to tell you why. Because Michael left them in Las Vegas. They did not come out here to California. So they weren't with Michael the last 6 months. They weren't. Michael left them and told him he was going to bring them aboard, but he didn't want them to know what these ones know. And so he didn't want nobody putting it together, nobody being too smart. So he never brought them here to California. They were never his bodyguards at Carrollwood. They were his bodyguards in Las Vegas. Okay. So it's not quite the final days. You know, that's very misleading, but anyway. And, so Bill Whitfield, okay, and Javon Beard wrote a book. Tanner Colby, I think he dropped out, but he's had wonderful things to say about Michael. And Michael as a father, all that, okay? So Bill Whitfield has put me down, okay? He has put me down for how could I think of Michael faking his death, how dare me, right? When he got a scene in his own movie, Searching for Neverland, right? That's based off of this book, where he puts Michael talking about a death hoax, a false report that he was dead. Okay, but I'm the bad guy. I'm just saying. All right. So anyway, this book. Okay, let me go to the book. So in the book, there is somebody. What was your name that told me this? Oh, he's just another part of me on Instagram. Thank you so much. All right. So, okay, I'll just read you the part of it. Okay, I'll just read you. Okay, this is from the book. Okay, so hold tight. Okay, Bill says, one day Mr. Jackson called and asked me to come to his house. When I arrived, he said, I need you to do me a favor. I need you to bring a package to a friend of mine in the city. He said, yeah. He said, yes, sir. Bill said, I want you to be prepared for when you meet him. He's been through a terrible tragedy when he was terrible tragedy when he was a baby. His father set him on fire. His name is David. You may have heard of him. They made a movie about his life. And he says, yes, sir. Bill, when you see him, you'll be startled. So you have to prepare yourself so that he doesn't see that you look shocked. He said, yes, sir. Then he handed me a package. It was wrapped in newspaper and bound up with a few layers of masking tape. It was at least an inch thick. Just from the size and feel, I could tell it was money. Money. Okay, money. Dave lived in Las Vegas. Okay, so we're talking about sometime during the end of 2008. Okay, tell it was money. And a lot of it. He says, and a lot of it. Along with the package, he gave me David's number. He'd be expecting my call when I got into the city. As I drove over the George Washington Bridge in Manhattan, this was in New York. Okay, in Manhattan, I couldn't help but wonder what David was going to look like. Was he handicapped in some way in a wheelchair? I didn't know. When I hit the Henry Hudson Parkway, I called him and we arranged to meet across from Madison Square Garden. So this is New York. So they must have taken a trip or something. When I got to the arena, pulled over, got out of the car and called him to let him know I was there. He said he was a block away. Couple minutes later, I noticed this guy coming towards me, a slim Caucasian dude with a green hat that was pulled down, covering his face. As he got closer, he looked up and said, Bill? I tried not to stare. His entire face was scarred from being burned. Oh, it's so sad. His ears, nose, and hands were all deformed. I could only imagine what it was like for him being out in public. I said, hey, Dave, how you doing? Okay. Michael was paying him off. Okay, because if you were just giving him money, how come you just didn't send him a check? People are allowed to receive checks or just send him some money, give him a gift. You're allowed to do that. But no, Michael wanted that money hand delivered to Dave. And I'm going to assume that was payment, prepayment. Dave probably didn't know what Michael was prepaying him for, but prepayment that Michael was going to be Dave, and for Dave not to tell. Okay? Because if you weren't hiding nothing, you could wire the money to his account. You could send him a check in the mail, but no. Michael wanted cash hand delivered to Dave. There's nothing illegal about that. It's just secret. It's just secrecy of it. Okay. So that goes along with Michael being Dave on Larry King Live. That is supportive evidence. Is it proof? No, proof is different than evidence. Is it a clue? Yes, it's a clue. Okay. Now, we can never ask Dave because Dave died a few years ago, okay, while living in Las Vegas. See, so this was sometimes in 2008 when Michael was in New York, because I believe Bill and them just worked with Michael for like a year or so, and they worked with him mostly in Las Vegas. So they must have taken a trip to New York, and Dave was there. And I believe Dave moved to Las Vegas a little bit later. Okay. So, okay. Yeah. And so, wink, wink. All right. So that's just another one. So thank you. Just another part of me on Instagram. And let's see. I think I went through all my notes. On some of my posts about about guess what's missing, remember? And none of the believers guessed. I mean, none of the non-believers. None of the non-believers guessed. You believers, you're in tune. We're in tune with Michael. We're on Michael's level. We're in his sphere. Okay. The non-believers aren't, because they couldn't even see that, or they didn't want to admit it. They want to just act like, put their head in the sand or cover their eyes, because they think there's something horrible with Michael faking his death. It's a wonderful thing, and he deserved it. And he has broke no laws. I have not found one statute that shows that Michael has broken any laws faking his death. He just pulled off the greatest illusion, the greatest hoax in world history. So you guys, be sure you go to the Alive, go to michaeljacksoninsider.com and catch up. Okay. Let me make sure I got everything I wanted to talk about. Yes, I did. All right. And catch up. You can either watch 750 videos, which take you 6 months, or you can watch the Alive docu-series and then just watch videos from 2019, 18. I think Live 4 came out 2018. Or no, 2019 or 2020. When did Alive 4 come out? I can't even remember. Let me see. I'm going to tell you guys when Alive 4 came out. Alive 4 came out, June 25th, 2020. So if you want new stuff, you would have to start at June 25th of 2020. But this covers from June 25th, 2009, and it goes way back because Michael set so many pre-death hoax clues. So many pre-death hoax clues. And let me see. Let me show you something. Let me go to Alive 3. I wonder if they'll let me play Alive 3 without hourglassing, because I have the trailer that I want to play. Okay, the Alive 3 trailer. Okay, watch trailer. Here we go. Alive 3. Let me close this. Oh, man. Close that. Okay, so it's just 30 seconds. Here's the Alive 3 trailer. Okay, hopefully it won't hourglass. Okay, here we go. Let me put the sound on.
Tonight, Michael Jackson is not dead, despite what you might have heard on a local radio station earlier today.
Here in our newsroom, we got a flood of calls from people wanting to know if it was true and asking why we weren't reporting the death of a music icon. The short answer is we didn't report it because it didn't happen.
My brother, the legendary king of pop, Michael Jackson, passed away on Thursday, June 25th, 2009 at 2:26 p.m.
The reason why I shouldn't have did that, I kind of messed it up. But anyway, you can go to my Vimeo page, or just go to Michael Jackson Insider if you want to see that trailer. So in 2007, there was a false report that Michael faked his death. Okay. 2008, another false report that Michael faked his death. And then in 2009, another false report that Michael faked his death. Okay. So I'm not making this stuff up. Okay, this, I got facts, proof, evidence, and clues. All right, that Michael Jackson faked his death and he's alive, and he's Peter Michael Bobby. That's who he is. Okay, so anyway, guys, I gotta go, and I love you all, and I will talk to you next time. Bye bye.